If you're doing product research, one of the main and most important factors and tips that I can give you is to differentiate your product. With more competition than ever before, more sellers and competitors selling products on Amazon now, it's really important, guys, that you understand how to differentiate your product. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down 7 to 10 really powerful ways on how you can differentiate your product, improve it, customize it, unique designs, and then protect those custom designs or differentiations you've done so you can break into the market as a new seller, start making as many sales as possible, and your business becomes profitable as quickly as possible. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. Those are my subscribers. My name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and coach. Right here on my YouTube channel, I release weekly videos covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, personal development, and NFTs. If you enjoy that type of content, do me a favor right now. Head on down and press subscribe. I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to press subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. Also, give me a like on this video. It helps support my channel and bring you more helpful videos like this one. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing and documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling broke drug addict 8 years ago to being able to run and own multiple six-figure online businesses. Let's jump into it. All right, guys. Well, welcome inside my computer. So let me just jump in and just start off by really sharing some powerful tips on how to differentiate your product, how to stand out on Amazon. And it really comes down to picking the right product that you can differentiate. But stick around throughout this entire video because towards the end, I'm going to share some really powerful tips. But there'll be great ones all throughout the video. So let me just start off by telling you what is product differentiation. If you don't know what that means, it means making your product better, right? One of the main factors for success that I see right now is number one, choosing the right product, that there's not more than 50 other sellers already with the product on Amazon. But the second most important factor, guys, really is product differentiation. So it's really, really good that you're watching this video to learn how to differentiate your product. And that basically just means improve, customize, a unique design, making the product better, solving product issues or problems, these kind of things. So let's jump into it. So number one, if you're relying on just pricing to differentiate, that's never going to work. There's always going to be someone on Amazon, possibly Chinese sellers, sellers from other countries, wherever, whatever the case may be, that can beat you on price. Maybe it's the manufacturer themselves selling the product, and so they get it for pennies on the dollar. They get the product for 15 cents, and we pay $1, right? So there's always going to be somebody who can beat you on price. So don't rely on pricing alone to stand out. This won't work in the long run. So you want to be able to come into the market and actually charge kind of the medium for launch, kind of the medium to low range. But eventually you want to be one of the most expensive sellers in the market, priced at the higher range of the pricing, because your product is more valuable. It provides more perceived value and actual value. Perceived value is like from the main image, I can tell that this product is more valuable than this one. This one is just straws with 2 brush. This one is a lot more straws with a carrying bag and brush. So that's an example of perceived value. You want your main image and your product to look more valuable. So that's perceived value. And then number 2 is actual value. Well, when the customer gets the product and opens the product, you know, they're happy with the product quality, the packaging, the accessories it came with. And one thing that I do to stand out is I always include a little free gift inside with my product that the customer doesn't know about and isn't expecting, because customers always like to get a little small gift for free or get more than they paid for. That tip alone has led to 2, 3, 4, 6 times the amount of reviews that I get, and positive ones at that, because I'm creating a memorable buying experience. So include a small little free gift. So for example, if you were selling, don't sell these straws, but if you were selling these straws and you're selling, let's say 12 of them, you know, include 2 to 4 more larger straws that the customer isn't expecting. That alone is going to be really powerful. Okay. So let's continue. The next one is, so don't rely just on price. The next one is an improved listing. So once you do launch, of course, you want to have amazing product images. You want to invest into professional images, get a photographer, and have really good product images. But also we're talking about things like your title should be both well optimized with the top 3 to 5 main keywords, the bullet points, catch the customer's attention. They can see the main selling features, benefits. Bullet point number 2, 3, and 4 is where you really want to showcase these differentiation points or improvements that you did, okay? So through your listing copy, images, title, bullet points, price, and A+ content and video, you can really showcase what you did to make the product better. Number 3 is packaging. I also don't recommend relying just on packaging alone to differentiate your product. So let's say you're selling this facial massager. There's already 10 or 20 of these massagers on Amazon, and you come in and you think, I'm just gonna, put a nice sophisticated color box in my main image or with mine because the other sellers aren't. That also will not be enough to stand out in most product categories, just adding a box to your main image. So don't rely on a lower price, being able to sell a lower price, and don't rely on just a nice box to being able to stand out. I recommend just standard, including a nice box, a nice color custom designed box that you have designed on Fiverr, has your logo on it, picture, a high resolution picture of the product, and then some text or graphic on the back or sides or even front. And then you could split test. It's different for each product. If it's like a glass candle holder or a glass flower vase, the box is mainly to protect it so it doesn't break. Whereas if it's a beauty care product, the box needs to look nice because the box packaging is making the first impression. But there are some products like furniture items that the customer really doesn't care if it has a beautiful, nice box. Okay, so let's get into one of the first most powerful ways to differentiate your product, and that is reading the negative reviews. This is so powerful, guys. You can use the Helium 10 review downloader. That's when you're on Amazon and you have a product pulled up. You can go up to the Helium 10 extension up here and then use the review downloader. I have to log in there, but basically, once you're on Amazon, you'll see review downloader right here. You can a filter for like 1, 2, and 3 star reviews only from within, let's say, the last 30 to 90 days for that product, and then go through there and read. Let me pull up a product here and give you an example. We'll click on one of these egg holders here that has quite a few reviews. Here's one that has 147 reviews. So you come onto a couple of your main competitors' listings. Once you've found a potential product, go ahead and click on their reviews or their ratings. And then you can come down here and just start reading through the 3, 2, and 1 star reviews and taking notes. So, for example, this one says, great look, use it for smaller crystals instead. Let's look at the 2 star. This one actually has quite a bit of positive reviews. There's only like 1 or 2 bad ones. So this seller is actually doing a really good job. There's actually no written negative reviews, 1 or 2 stars. They're just ratings. But for other ones, you'll see that there are 1, 2, and 3 star negative reviews with both text, not just a rating, they're reviews with text and an image, possibly even a video. But use the review downloader. That's a helpful one. And then just read the 1, 2, and 3 star reviews, review insights, it's called. And that's going to allow you to read, problems. What are customers complaining about over and over and over with the product? Take notes from reading, the negative reviews. You'll get common themes or common problems that customers are having with the product. You can also, during the product research phase inside Black Box, filter, or inside X-Ray, looking at products that only have like a max of a 4.0 average rating. That means that the sellers, the products have under a 4.0 average rating, mostly bad reviews. So go in there and read the reviews on those products and figure out what you can improve about the product. Usually the customer will tell you guys, you'll be able to see, okay, it's this part of the design, this part of the design, this part of the design. And then you'll get a couple, 2 to 4 common issues or problems that the customer is having. The product is breaking, the wheels don't lock, like those types of things. You'll want to go to your manufacturer and discuss, and however many they can then do and improve and fix for you, do that, okay? So read the negative reviews. You can also order your competitors' products. So order your main competitors' products off Amazon, get them to your house, open up the product, use their product, and see what it's like. Get your hands on it. Take a look at their packaging, their insert card, their product design, the material, the quality of it, and then get an idea of what yours needs to look like and how to make the product better, right? Because once you have that couple of your main competitors' products, at your house, boom, now you kind of, already you see the product. And then you would go and find a manufacturer who can fix and address those issues or make the product better. And then you'll order custom samples from 2 to 4 manufacturers. Talking about reaching out to manufacturers, once you are ready to reach out to manufacturers, You know, you're going to be coming to them with some points or some items you'd like to discuss with them about making the product better. What I recommend doing is not giving away all your improvement and differentiation ideas in the beginning. Instead, guys, once you find a product and you know what you're going to do to make the product better, how to differentiate, improve, and customize, don't go to 10 manufacturers and give them all those ideas. Instead, just reach out to 5 to 10 manufacturers for the standard product pricing. Just what is it going to cost for, let's say, 300, 500, 1,000 of these, not improved or no differentiation. Then you'll start hearing back from those 5 to 10 suppliers, narrow it down to like the top 2 or 3 manufacturers you like the best. Then you can have them sign a Chinese NDA, an NNN agreement. Then you can have them sign an exclusivity agreement. But that Chinese NNN or NDA version of an American NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, is going to prevent those Chinese manufacturers from sharing those designs with other sellers. I do recommend doing that. I'll also try to link down below a doc that I have on protecting your custom designs, your unique designs. There's several different things that we'll want to do once you do improve the product and come up with all these ideas for differentiation. Is you'll want to go through protecting your custom designs and unique product differentiation features. You know, like I said, you'll reach out to 5 to 10 different suppliers to get normal pricing, then narrow it down to the top 2 or 3. Brand all your products with your logo on the product and packaging. Put a final clause in the final purchase order agreement that the supplier will not share the designs with others. Get a trademark for your brand name that's on your product and packaging. Consider filing a patent, but it can be expensive and take a while. Hire a Chinese lawyer over in China to draft up an NNN agreement that you and the supplier both sign. Consider copywriting your listing copy, the text, words, brand name, photos, bullet points, packaging design, and consider having both parties sign an exclusivity agreement and then get launched and ranked ASAP to get established in the market and make it harder for anyone who comes after you. So these are the types of protective measures you'll want to take once you do narrow it down to those top 2 or 3 manufacturers and you start giving them, your ideas for product differentiation, customization, and that kind of improvements, that kind of stuff. So then the next step would be to order 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 custom samples of your product with those, improvements and customizations done. You want to order a sample from a few manufacturers who have actually done all those things, or as many as you can, and get a custom sample from 2 to 4 manufacturers of the final product version like you'll be selling on Amazon. That way you can verify that the supplier has made those improvements, customizations correctly, and that they will work, and then you can use that sample for photos. So, but those are the steps you'll want to take once you are ready to share your unique designs, customizations, improvements with your different manufacturers, and then ordering custom samples to make sure the supplier did it correctly. Number 8, guys, is adding value. So you can, offer a product bundle, which is simply just packaging 2 products together. For example, on this gender reveal product, I don't recommend selling gender reveal products. But for this one, for example, you can look at the frequently bought together down here, and it will give you some other ideas of what customers are buying along with this most frequently. So that's a product bundle, as you put like these 2 or these 3 products together. That's a product bundle. You can also, make the product better material. You want to add value that speaks to the target customer or market, and you want to do a bundle that makes sense. You don't want to add on accessories just to add on accessories. The other items or complementary products that you put with the bundle need to make sense and will actually be used for the product, okay? Let's keep going. So another way to add value is to offer an ebook, a quick start guide, a recipe book, a warranty with your product. And again, like that free little product included within the product the customer isn't expecting. These are all ways you can also differentiate on top of improving the product and the packaging and the designs and that kind of stuff. So this is an example of a good product bundle. Customers buying resistance bands need these extra straps to do different exercises, right? So that's an example of a good product bundle. And then a carrying bag, that's an example of a good product bundle. Again, you're going to order, supplier custom samples from 2 to 4 suppliers, maybe even multiple rounds of samples if you need to, to make sure the manufacturer gets the customizations correctly. Number 11 is branding, guys. You will want to put your brand logo on all your products, and all your packaging needs to be printed, etched, engraved, permanently affixed to your product. This will give you some level of protection, and then you can either before you launch or right after you launch, is a little cheaper, go ahead and file your brand trademark, which will protect no other seller can sell your product with your brand logo on it. Then once you do file that trademark, within a couple weeks after you file, you'll be able to apply and get for Amazon Brand Registry, which will allow you to set up A+ content on your listing, add a video to your listing, use the Vine program for reviews, use Amazon Posts, which is a free advertising tool, use the brand referral program to get 10 to 15% commissions back on your external advertising, lightning deals to set up a storefront page, and then PPC sponsored brand and video and display ads, okay? So do verify the product will sell by understanding the data. It is important that as you're doing product research, whatever product you choose, if you are going way out on a limb and you're coming up with a product that's never been on Amazon, that's where it gets a little bit tricky and more risky. You do want to try to verify that there's at least 1 to 3 other sellers with a really similar product to yours, at least one, guys, and they're making at least 300 or more sales per month, and they're making at least, $5,000 or more per month as well. That would kind of validate the demand is there. But if you're launching a product that's never been on Amazon, there's nothing like it, that's where you have to be careful and validate that there's enough demand by using, the data that you do have on the most similar products on Amazon, X-ray, and through keyword research, okay? Okay, don't rely on just one of the above methods for differentiation. Usually you want to combine 2, 3, or 4 of these to work best, okay? Split testing, another really powerful way that you can get real market feedback is through Helium 10 audience tool. This is where you can set up a poll, create a poll for $50 and get 50 responses from real Amazon customers. This is through PickFu, but this is what you get along with your Helium 10 membership. So if you don't have Helium 10, get that down below. I have a link for it. The Platinum plan will be just $48 for month 1, then $87 after that with Noonan 50 coupon code and Noonan 10. But create a poll. If you're coming up with a brand new design, what you can do is create a poll inside Helium 10 audience and have real Amazon customers vote on option A, option B, option C, and get real customer feedback on which, style, design, improvement, type, material, color, size, shape that customers like the best, okay? You can also go into Facebook groups and post, Facebook groups inside your target customer, inside, Facebook groups that are set up around your target customer group. So if it's, a product geared towards new moms, like a baby product, new moms, you could find Facebook groups for new moms, nursing product or something for babies, and go in there and post your different design ideas and ask the moderator if it's okay if you go ahead and make a few posts inside that Facebook group and then have the members of that group vote on which option or style of product they like the best, okay? So that's another really powerful way to get feedback. Split testing using Helium 10 audience, and go into Facebook groups, ask the moderator if it's okay if you post a few product images and get real group member feedback. You also want to try to make sure you're selling the latest and most upgraded version of your product. So, there's different products that will need to be upgraded. And as you launch a product, it'll typically only sell well for 1 to 2 years. And then you will have to automatically come out with a newer, better version. But you should always be looking to sell the latest and greatest or best version of your product. And then every 9 to 12 months, be tweaking your product and improving it to bring it up to date with the latest trends and customer demand. Okay, and this is an example here before we wrap up. It comes back to the product you choose, right? So these are gender reveal buttons or pins. This would be very hard to differentiate because all I can do is change the color and the text on these. They're just metal buttons, right? So that's an example of a product that's hard to differentiate. Another example of a product that's hard to differentiate are these candle making kits. There is so many pieces to these candle making kits. It's nauseating. I can't think of any other pieces that I can put in here that hasn't already been done. Look at all these pieces. This would be a nightmare to try to differentiate. And here's another example, spice jars. look at all these labels and stickers and funnels and different lids. And so this is another example of a nightmare. Those 3 products, metal buttons, a candle making kit, and these spice jars, this is going to be incredibly difficult to try to differentiate, guys, because it's already been done. Everything you can think of, different labels, markers, stickers, funnels, lids, label types, chalk, all of that's already been done. So don't make it hard on yourself. Number one, these products are too competitive. There's too many other sellers selling them. But number 2, like, here's an example of a product that'd be much easier to differentiate. This wooden egg holder, they all look a little bit different when you pull up wooden egg holder. That's a good sign. When you open up a product on Amazon and all the products don't look the exact same, that's a good thing, okay? So this is an example, this wooden egg holder. Some are double decker, so I could potentially do that. I could do a 2-pack. I can make the wood a unique color. Maybe I do 2 or 3 different wood tones or colors. Maybe I do a bundle where they get a small version and a large version. But all of these look a little bit different, which is a good thing. This one's a different shape and it's 3-tier. So you kind of get the idea there. Choose a product that makes it easy on you or easier to differentiate. All right, guys, well, that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks so much for watching on how to differentiate, improve, and customize your product. If you have any questions, leave those down below in the comment section. I'll make sure to check those out and respond to those as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on my next video.